release your button and then start holding the button again, and you can switch buttons, I don't, but you can, and you start holding the button again, you'll immediately maintain your round trip charge so that you can release round trip the second it returns to you, the second force edge returns to you. And I'll show that now. His easiest normals to do it off of is crouch heavy, stand heavy, forward heavy, and his S heavy, because of the amount of hits that they do. You can do it off of any of his normals. Like, you can do it off of stand medium if you want. It's a bit harder because of there's not as much hit stop. See, like right there, I just did it. And you can see when it works, he maintains his charge. It's easiest off a stinger. And you just maintain the charge the whole time. So the second it comes back, you can throw it again. That helps a lot because it causes a shit ton of chip, especially in Devil Trigger when you have someone in the corner holding judgment cuts, the Dante jam session assist, and your round trips. And then what it does is it trains them to be blocking, and then once they block, that gives you your ability to set up your mix-ups, which are, like, the basic mix-up is judgment cut or rapid slash. That's your basic mix-up options, left, right. Like, light into judgment cut it's not a frame trap. It is a frame trap, I guess. But what it is like, if you ever played me, you know as I'll do it. Like, I'll throw a round trip, I'll look way back, I'll teleport, light, and then rapid slash. The light is to make you assume I'm going to continue the block string, so you continue to hold back. And then I cancel that into rapid slash, which isn't a true block string, so you get crossed up. Now, if they start blocking that and they get trained to see, like, oh, he teleported and then he hit light, he's going to do rapid slash. What you do is just, you teleport, light, and then judgment cut, and that stays on the same side, so then they get hit if they're holding forward. And you just cancel into swords and you get a full combo. Or judgment cut, or Devil Trigger, I'm sorry. And that's like a basic, easy peasy mix-up. It depends. If you trick in front of them when the round trip's coming back, they're gonna be out of block stun before you get done with your trick, and you're gonna get nailed. So what you would do is let go of it and then trick in front of them as it reaches past them, so that they're still in block stun, and then you get your assist right there. And it's also because a lot of people like to trick. You can also trick heavy, and it'll follow you, and you can do it that way. And like the round trip will kind of pull them out from underneath you, so like it makes them have to block the cross up, so to speak. And he stayed in front that time. And you can't helmet breaker if round trip is out, because he throws the sword that he does helmet breaker with. You also can't stinger if you round trip. See how it crosses up last second? If I would have had an assist out at that time, you would have got hit. It's not sporadic. It's all a judgment kind of thing. Back into the footsies, like it's whether or not you respect your opponent. As Yipe says, if you respect your opponent, you do light teleport. If you don't, you do medium. What else is there? Like in Devil Trigger, the round trip becomes more because you can dash over. Like if you throw a round trip heavy and then dash over with an assist. See, now he's sandwiched. Like it's never a good sign. You can also use his trick setups off of his Dragon Punch Light move as kind of a Zero-esque mix-up, but you need to have swords to do it. Like if you have... Now he's on the other side, he's safe. On the other side, and you get a rapid slash or whatever. I think you can do the same thing with high time. Yeah, you can do the same thing with high time. It works. More skill you expect. No, not random. I should have prefaced this tutorial by saying that this character isn't random. People lose to random just because of how good he is as a character. You could play someone who has no idea what the fuck they're doing, and they're just rapid slashing over and over in X Factor level 3 in Devil Trigger, and it's like, you just have to know that it's coming. You can't guess because of how fast it is. Because if he does Judgment Cut one time, you're dead anyway. So it's like, because he can combo off of Judgment Cuts in Devil Trigger without having to use meter because of how big they are. But like, this character, once this game evolves a bit more, probably in a couple more months or maybe even a year, this character won't be as big of a deal as everyone thinks, simply due to because of how much he's being used now, and everyone's getting a hang of him now, to where the fact they're going to have to come up with new playstyles, or they're going to have to play him as a counter-poke character, like Ghost did when he fucking first started playing him. I don't know if he still plays him or anything, but like, it's all about knowing your ranges and knowing what to poke. It might look random, but like if someone just like dash up S, that looks random. I do it, but it's not. I know you're coming down with a button, and if you don't, I'm still safe because I can just do that, and then I'm safe. So, oh, another thing I forgot to mention. I'm sorry. His helmet breaker. His helmet breaker can be trick canceled. If you are hitting a button for that's light, that's medium, this is heavy. It can be trick canceled into his trick so that you can teleport again while you put them in block stuff. You can also cancel his helmet breaker into S. So you can make it even more safe because it's already 0 on block, so it's neutral. But if you do this, you're now safe because you can. Yeah, after he comes out of recovery, you can attack. That's me mashing. I mean, he has a really slow recovering teleport compared to the other characters in the game. So you're probably better off doing that. And to swords or double trigger. Because then you're safe. It has recovery. I can tell you the recovery frames of it right now, actually. The recovery frames of his tricks, his light trick is 11 frames, his medium trick is 13 frames, and his heavy trick is 10 frames. Now in double trigger, his light trick is 10 frames, and his medium trigger is 11, and his heavy trick is 9. So, like, but that's with all of his specials. His specials are faster in double trigger. That's just how they are. Excuse me. Alright, yeah, it's all about knowing his ranges with this character and abusing them, because of how stupid, like, why? Why? That's retarded. And then if you're complete full screen, you can scrub dash once and get a fucking stinger. Like, why? That's so dumb. Alright, go over supers. Yeah, exactly, he carries momentum. Go over supers. Alright, his super... Okay, I'll go from usefulness, I guess. Alright, this is Dimension Slash. It can be done in the ground or on the air. It just causes bubbles. If they get hit, they get picked up and risen with it. There's a trick to this super that if timed right, it's kind of random though. See, like, he falls to the ground or whatever. See if I can get into it. If you get him high enough, he gets hit by one last bubble, and you get to do another high time into Dimension Slash, so you can like link them. But it's kind of random, depending on your character. See, there you go. So, that can be done on the ground, and if done in front of someone, just off the ground, it crosses up, because the bubbles don't appear until he goes past. It's chance, really. It's screen positioning, but it's also chance. Like, it happens more often than not when you get them in the corner and you get the hard knockdown and you teleport into the corner and then do your out slash so they're mid-screen. But it's chance. Like, it can happen anywhere. I don't see it happen in the corner like this as often, however, because they fall just slightly before the bubbles start, because they're not mid-screen. If you do it just over someone's head like this is a cross-up. That's why, like, if you're coming in and someone's sitting right here and you come in and just do it, it counts as a cross-up, even if they try and block it. It's now Devil Trigger gets his Pro Circle back. Makes him faster, and he gets... Does he get a damage boost? I'm pretty sure he gets a damage boost. Check. Make sure I'm not giving out incorrect information. He gets a damage increase of 15%. He gets his health regeneration. He regenerates red life. He gets a double jump or an air dash. And he gets increased speed. And these all stack. So if they're not expecting it, you can do Trick H Dimension. Yes, that is a cross-up. Because you're right above their head. And it's like Wesker. He has to hit the wall before the shit starts happening. If someone comes in and does Dimension Slash, you just do that and you'll hit him because he has to hit the wall first and he runs into the blade before anything comes out. But yeah, Devil Trigger. All of those boosts that he gets stack in X Factor. So his Devil Trigger is as fast as his level 1 X Factor. Which is why, like, it's stupid how fast it is. All of his specials become a lot bigger. His specials become faster, like this has a bigger hitbox. So does this, as you can see, compared to this, little tiny circle. Rapid Slash is faster, and Rapid Slash has a bigger box that travels with them. And there actually is a way to combo off a Rapid Slash while in Devil Trigger without meter. I don't think I know it. I know I've seen someone do it before though. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but I know you can. I've seen someone do it before. I just never practiced it. He gets his air dash. His air dash, on first viewing, his air dash doesn't seem very helpful, but because of how fast he is, if you get someone locked down, you can air dash and travel with them. His air dash medium will whiff, like if you go over their head. He doesn't really, like, I don't think his heavy can cross up, but it's kind of hard to get done. However, like with all characters, you can dash earlier, because there's a minimum requirement. You have to be a certain amount of height before you can air dash, and you can't just do it straight off the ground. He's one of the characters that can. He has one of the lowest air dashes, I'm pretty sure. But if you super jump, you can do it faster and lower. Let's see. He gains some combos that, because of his speed, he gains some combos that people that he normally doesn't have. Like, I'm sure you guys see me do this. Like mid-screen, you can even combo off your judgment cuts. God damn it. Combo. In the corner, if you use your ground bounce, or your wall bounce, I'm sorry, instead of going in, because of his judgment cuts being bigger, it makes his loops a little bit weirder. So what I do is, and to try and conserve meter while in Devil Trigger because I'm not building any, is when I use my wall bounce, I'll do a judgment cut and then just relaunch. Like that. Like when I use Strider, it allows me to get that in the corner, that, and then fucking high time super. And it does, like in Devil Trigger, you can do about 750 before you use your first meter or so, a little bit more probably. Now, swords. We all seen swords. We've seen so many swords. Just a fucking hyper that eats other hypers, as long as he himself is not getting hit. If he's blocking, the swords do not have a hitbox. So as Strider, for example, if Strider's in X Factor and he has Ouroboros, and you're at one side of the screen and Vergil's at the other, and Vergil just activates swords to kind of cancel your Ouroboros, if you do Vajra and it hits him, his swords go away. If you do Vajra and he blocks it, he has no hitbox on his swords, so you can land and then just start doing a block string while doing orbs to make him block, and then his swords will eventually go away because they're not making a block and there's only a certain amount of time they're out anyways. They also